Previously on Game of Thrones.
What is that long boy? Look at the long boy. Oh, he's a stub boy. Tiny boy.
Countdown to White Walkers. Oh wait, no, no.
We're not even beyond.
Yeah, I thought we would be on the
4 months earlier.
15 years later.
Since you left River Spring, your family's ancestral lands. Are you aware of that place? River Spring?
No.
Okay. Do we want to read these or do we want to not?
Constantly inspiring against an endless Game of Thrones. You turned your back on the past and crossed the narrow sea to live in the free cities, far from the webs of intrigue strung by the great families. The religion of Hrolor and its red priest welcomed you. You are now one of them, although your new faith is not a welcome one in your homeland. Past has caught up with you, and after a long voyage, you return to the town of your birth, River Spring.
So this is in the past?
This is 4 months. This is 4 months earlier. Yes.
4 months earlier, but 15 years later.
This is a different character.
So this is still 15. It's been 15 years since you left. You left at the start of the rebellion, by the sound of it.
So this is 13 years before the DLC.
Get a timeline.
Give me a flowchart.
Get a flowchart.
Hey, look! It's the Arn of Redcliffe from Dragon Age.
This whole game reminds me of Dragon Age.
It does. It's like a bad Dragon Age.
Yeah, like Inquisition.
Oh!
Not even 2. Not even 2.
I want to play Inquisition sometime.
Is that us
That's
now?
fine.
Do we have the amazing beard?
Yep, this is us. We are a priest of Hrolor.
That's what I said. Am I a different character?
Oh yeah, we're a different character. I thought we were still Moors.
It's been a long time. Oh, my past is behind you.
No, this guy is. Yes, he said his name at the top.
Alistair, so...
I get to be a crazy cultist.
What am I, Johnny paying attention, man?
You're not a cultist. You're a member of like the one of the biggest religions on the face of Planetos.
We have the same sassy pose as Moors.
Not in Westeros, it's not.
Not in Westeros, but Westeros is like
Are we in
not the
Westeros
whole
now?
world. Yeah, we've come home to Westeros.
Okay. Oh yeah. Come home to Pentos.
Like in the heavily populated free cities.
He asked too many questions.
But apparently we are here to bury the dad.
Enough talking!
It's a good job you're here. So we can follow the intricate plot.
Understood. My lord, would you
Understood.
My name is Alistair.
And then basically if we just don't do anything for 15 minutes, the game ends.
We thought you would disappear.
It's like Far Cry would have done.
Oh yeah.
I think that is a really nice little Easter egg,
Oh, it's
because no
fantastic.
one, but a few select weirdos are going to try it.
Was that 4?
You are Alistair, the son of a powerful lord of the Westerlands, destined for a brilliant future as Lord of Riverspring. You went into exile after Robert Baratheon's rebellion, taking refuge in the religion of Hrolor, the god of light and love. You are now a red priest of the Temple of Bravos, and you have chosen to devote your life to your religion and your god. Contacted by your private tutor, you are now on your way back to your hometown to attend your father's funeral. Your past has caught up with you, and now you have to face up to those whom you left behind some 15 years ago.
Do we now have to roll up a second character?
Yes!
Yes, we do!
So we can be a water dancer. And your main stance would be intensity.
Swords, projectiles, short blades. What else we got?
Cell swords.
That is the exact opposite of the armor that we showed up in.
Yep.
We're like this...
Red on the outside, white on the inside. Or just an archer.
Or Aragorn.
I'm gonna go
Water dancer.
with this, yeah. I don't know if
It's
you-
Like Sirio Forel, first sword of Bravos.
I don't know if you'd agree. Alright.
So one of the things...
Character creation.
Speaking about the show, one of the things I know about Siriel is that he's like... In the show, at least, he's got like a Spanish flair to him.
Who, sorry?
The swordsman who teaches Arya.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, he does.
And that doesn't necessarily translate well into other languages. So, for example, I'm probably getting this wrong, but like in Egypt, he has a Saudi Arabian accent. And in this place, he has that accent.
Yeah.
And this is its own like little
I do find it interesting where they like translate. It's one that occasionally bugs me because there's the big one which is when they adapt anime.
Yes.
And they have the Osakan accent be Texas. Because
Well,
all them wacky Texans.
You mentioned this the other day with Ghost in the Shell.
Because there's the whole character in that, and there's the whole shtick that his character, that this guy is like a used car salesman based. Well, he's a robot salesman, but he's basically a used car salesman stereotype.
Yeah.
But there's a whole thing where apparently he's supposed to have an obviously fake Osakan accent. So he's putting on this whole thing about being a down home country folksy robot salesman, but it's a fake accent, and he's even got like a really rubbish fake robot body, so he's just a weird fraud man. But it does not translate like at all.
I mean,
it doesn't translate to English, but because they use what just sounds to me, being British, like a Texan accent. He's there, yeehaw, y'all, I'm gonna sell you a robot.
I thought that was going somewhere else then.
What? What? What do you think I was gonna say? The sight of blood fuels your desire for battle. Just like leeches, known for their prowess in combat.
I got that art of medicine for the last guy and then didn't have any healing item equipped.
And whose
we
fault
know
is
that
that?
now. Yours.
Malibu Connor.
Yeah, I was waiting for when you'd throw another one of those in.
Whose fault is that?
I'm just going to wait for the next fight scene to save the one I've got.
Okay.
We need to start a list so we don't start repeating these.
No, we're alright.
Tick them off.
This will be the next 6 hours of
You're
us in the
already
group
excessively
chat.
strong.
Well,
Choose.
damage for your teammate and your... Alright, I'm just going to do that and then go crazy with this stuff.
Okay.
Because that's a really good...
Get
buff.
hematophobia.
If you're...
Opponent.
If your opponent's bleeding, you do less damage. Wait, is that 5 or 15?
5.
15? They wouldn't dare. Hang on.
That's 5.
That's 15.
That's right up to
That is
the
15.
Is it really? Oh my goodness.
Get grayscale!
I will get grayscale.
Yeah.
Yay! Grayscale.
Were we recording when you were talking about that?
Grayscale is a disease that's apparently made to be a much bigger thing in the show than it actually is.
Well, no, it's still like a serious disease, but it's like they have a thing in the show where I've seen people on the internet convinced that Shireen Baratheon is the only person ever to have not died of grayscale.
And that's because they spend a crazy amount of money. You're talking about the book here?
Well, no, in the show. Because people are coming up with all these theories about Dragonstone, which apparently they didn't talk about in the show how much obsidian they have there.
They have now.
Yeah, they just bring it up as like a dramatic thing now, as opposed to something we've literally known about since the first time we got there.
There was no runtime.
So you can't just... This is like...
Yes, I can.
This is like Dobby in the Harry Potter films. It's just because you can't just assume something won't be important later and just never bring it up. And then at the end of the films, go, and it's Dobby, that guy you met once.
Don't bring Dobby into this.
I'll bring Dobby into whatever I like.
What is it?
Dobby's a free elf, you know.
It's time to revolt. Oh, it's going to be a revolt.
One of the more ludicrous things like that I've heard is that what weapons can kill White Walkers.
Yeah.
In the show, we just don't know.
Here we do.
And one of the things that I have heard suggested is only named weapons
Dragon
can
glass.
kill them. Which...
Dragon glass.
Well, the suggestion I've heard is that only named weapons can do it, which would mean that Sam, within minutes of picking it out of his backpack and figuring this is the only sharp thing I have, giving it a name.
I don't remember.
I call it Stabby McGee. I call it
stab face.
a knife.
Bread knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
I don't recall him saying
Could
about
you
having
kill-
to be named.
Well, that's because that's not a thing. This
No,
apparently is a theory
that's
that people on
the-
the internet.
Oh, sorry.
That's
okay.
Reddit's theory.
Right.
No, that's dumb.
That's stupid.
Slash
Could you
people with too much time on
Could
their
you
hands.
kill one of the others with an obsidian spoon? If you just prodded him with like a like not like stab him with a knife of it, just like have a chunk of it and just like rub it on his face.
At what point does it become sharp enough to kill?
Well, we don't know, like because we've only ever seen one of them get stabbed with an obsidian knife, and then the next thing that happens to obsidian knife is he tries to stab a white, whereupon it just breaks on the white's chainmail because he was wearing chainmail when he died. So we don't know, really.
Moors has left your party. 15
Bye,
years in the
Moors.
future.
Bye,
You've
Moors.
left your own party.
I have to
Moors
say that
wants out of this
What
game.
party?
Can
This
you-
is not a party.
Look at Riften here.
can you look at the water a little
Skyrim.
bit? I like this map. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Well, it's alright.
Wait,
this is-
no,
this
back
is
to
a
the
cro-
water a second. Are there fish?
Yeah.
There's fish.
This is a cross between Riften
And a boat.
Why didn't we start here?
And
Wait,
Bramwell?
okay. This
Or
is
Bruno?
okay. Programming test. Look back at the boat.
No, the water doesn't even look that bad.
The boat is entirely on top of the water. That is a physics fail.
Oh.
Because if a boat's on top of the water,
play
it
through
turns.
over.
Okay, now I'm gonna run that "you died" clip.
Oh really? Yeah.
Play through over. There it is.
Just the
Right, which one's the swamp place in Oblivion?
I don't know. I don't like Oblivion.
I like Oblivion.
I like Scrim because I'm a noob and it was one of the first RPGs. No, legit, it was one of the first RPGs I played, and I didn't really know RPGs. So Oblivion was, oh, I don't want to do this. And Scrim was a bit more basic, a bit more of a basic bitch like me. Basic RPG bitch.
Oh, I thought that said annoying armor merchant.
I sell the finest weapons. He is quite annoying, to be fair.
What are you buying, stranger?
I shouldn't do that.
What are you buying? What are you
Selling, not enough cash.
I'll take it for
I don't need to know.
Let's see what he's got. What are you cutting, right?
I'm going with this guy. I'm going short blades and
So, yeah.
something else that I've forgotten.
piercing.
So,
Light armor.
well,
'cause it's
piercing
what it
wasn't an
recommended.
option,
No, he got piercing though. He got. I saw him put points into
right?
it.
But no, like that guy was.
Yeah, he did. That was bottom right.
I forget what that was.
Okay.
I
I'm-
didn't see it.
Gonna cut
Well, we
back to
can
that.
perforating weapons.
Wait, did he?
That's perforating's piercing.
Is he not letting me do that?
Tell me more about
Oh no, this
Oh,
is
he's
just
telling me about the
tell me
weapons.
about them. But yeah, no, this town looks like a cross between Riften from Skyrim and Bravil from Oblivion.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
I have things to do.
This game was meant to be Gen 5,
Which gen is that again?
PS2?
PS2.
Oh, I would not be surprised.
Wait, no, that's Gen 6, excuse me. Gen 6. Because look at the texture on his clothes.
They're
Yeah.
painted.
The 360 could do so much better than that.
Was this? Do we know the year of this? Was this? I mean, Game of Thrones was what 2009.
Yeah, this came
Well,
out.
the box
in
is all the way over
Go
there.
and
No,
get
it came out. It came out in I think the first or second year I was at uni, so
That was 50 years ago.
5 bajillion trillion.
Thousand.
2012.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. That was a year before the current gen.
That was 11 years after Silent Hill 2. What are
They
you
got
doing,
it.
Game of Thrones?
They got it right.
Oh, weapon drops.
Okay. Are these the super good weapons? Let's have a look.
As far as I know, the super good weapons are named.
These are named.
Actually, what's on like right trigger? Is that the DLC stuff?
Sell.
Oh, sell stuff. Okay. Well,
I probably should sell. Oh no, I don't have anything with him. Never mind.
no, no. That's I know they've got like Baratheon's Warhammer is an item that you
Right.
can buy,
Okay. It'll be obvious.
or like I'm pretty sure there's like a Targaryen sword.
Sick. Sam Tarley's recipe book.
That That one thing he stole at one time.
Just beating people to death with a recipe book. That's better than what I have. Can I get that?
I don't know.
I don't have enough monies.
Oh, I like that that's how they refer to it.
Oh.
It says you do not have enough coin.
That's neat.
I see what they did there.
That's neat. That's fine.
We're making up ancient artifacts.
No,
well, yeah,
oh,
no,
yeah, kind of.
Tyrion Lannister's crab fork.
Alright, what am I doing? I don't have any money. How does one get money in this game?
The other guy found it.
Do quests, I guess.
Alright.
The other guy found
Go
it.
see your dad and loot his corpse.
And yeah, presumably also selling the weaponry that Moors stole.
The Moors has got loads of stuff to sell.
But yeah, no, that's the same
Oh, I just
guy.
got some. I just got some.
You got 1 silver stag and 7 copper stars.
Golden galleons.
What's happening?
I
over
don't know.
here?
Well,
Something
I'd say it's still where you're saying how many years ago this game was, and I'm still astounded that Silent Hill is less old a franchise than Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That just strikes me as really weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
You mean
by like
with the
2,
book?
3
Sorry, yeah.
years, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I kept thinking, oh, but the film was 2001.
Yeah, no,
yeah, the books is way before.
The books was in like 2000. No, 2000. Jeez.
Like 97.
97, and the game is 99.
Yeah. Weird. Really weird.
That is weird. I'm his son, though.
Do you take me for a fool?
No, I'm his son. Look at me, I'm a nice guy.
I have been here for 5 years. He's like, I'm his son. I've been away for 15 years. How have you been here for 5 years and never heard about the son that's been away for 15 years?
Might have mentioned it.
What kind of rubbish god are you?
I'm just reminded of the Good Soup family from Monkey Island. That was such a good puzzle.
Oh, I never played those games. My bad.
Is his shield floating on his back as well?
It's me.
Probably. Come on, turn around. Bright eyes.
Ah. Oh, sick burn.
He will let me pass.
Yeah, it is. It's floating.
Yeah, he's a witch.
Ancient Westerosi tech.
He's a witch. I'm a crazy fire cultist. Let's burn him.
You know we mentioned like the DLC weapons are named artifact weapons within the universe. For example, Baratheon's Warhammer.
Alright.
And I think there's like a Targaryen axe or something like that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you looked at it and you went, that thing that exists.
Your judgment is clouded.
No, that's it. It's the axe of Aerys Targaryen.
Who like famously only used swords, I believe.
No, it's like it's just like this has never come up.
Wait,
Like
what?
he was a knight back in the day,
What have I got?
where he presumably used a sword.
What was that top one? Fierce as a Wolverine.
Strong as a
Berserker
bear.
Barrage.
Which one do you want to be? Strong as a Wolverine or fierce as a bear?
All of them.
Swift as a puma.
I am blocking now.
Puma man
Oh, it's like a-
flies like a moron.
You see, I was going for, I think it was called Bright Star or something like that, but no, yours is better.
Fight Star? You want to talk
It
about
was-
Fight Star?
No.
You sure?
Remember that terrible cover of Fear of the Dark they did?
No.
The thing I'm
I
thinking
will look
of,
that up.
Did we beat him up well?
Brave Star. That's the one
Because
I'm
of-
thinking of.
Because of his accent, it sounds like he's saying Fear of the Duck.
Fear of the Dark.
Look
Fear
at
of
spitting
the
image.
Dark.
Everyone else is like vaguely normal, but that guy's like Ken Clark spitting image.
Yep, no, I can see that. Like, no, kind of like the, oh, who was it? Michael, no, it wasn't Michael Hasseltine, was it? It's like, the corpse one.
Yeah.
He turns around and he's like, yes, Leon!
No, like I was thinking of Brave Star,
Yeah.
which was like cyborg cowboy in space. And
That sounds amazing.
his thing was that he could channel like different animals as long as he chanted what it was.
Huh.
So he had eyes like the hawk and speed of the puma, and that's where Burnt Faced Man got
Oh,
that
I was
skill.
gonna say!
Did my father allow things to get to this point?
Look at this Assassin's Creed moment.
So he's not being
He
buried.
pulled a sassy pose on the corner.
He's not being buried in the sept because apparently they didn't bother rebuilding it in the last 15 years.
What do you know?
So they're burying him in the Godswood, which is weird. Like it's literally like, say you've got, you know, you've got like a very Catholic family living in Moorish Spain, and they're like, well, we can't bury him in the chapel because the chapel fell down, so let's bury him at the mosque. No, that's a different religion. Why would you bury yourself there?
You know, yeah, okay, there it is.
But like, whenever he goes to like turn a corner or pauses to speak, he strikes that pose.
His chain makes me think of like the Play-Doh donut that Maggie gave Homer in The Simpsons.
The real reason for them having this happen in the Godswood is because we're going to have a fight there.
They basically just wanted to use this oil painting that someone did.
Also, someone did this concept art, yeah.
We have?
So poetic, he's right. We have dreams.
That is very true. We can't deny that.
Okay,
she's walking towards...
Is this Elena Glenmore?
Is this Arwen?
Not good at talking to ladies.
Have they dubbed her into this as well?
This is our sister!
Hey.
Sup?
You've grown, little sister.
Why have you returned?
Alright, I'm gonna...
Get out of here!
I'm gonna retreat from this path immediately.
15 years without
You've grown. What's wrong with your face, though? Actually.
You would have done better to stay where you were.
I do not.
That's right, don't show.
Difficult.
Just sandbag everything, Simon. It's fine.
No, it's the game. The game was sandbagging him.
So I'm trying to pay attention to what they're saying, but the font is so small.
She should be wearing the hood.
Oh.
It must have been unbearable for me.
Okay, so I made a joke that like, is this Arwen?
That looks right there.
Are we Thorin?
A little bit.
Like maybe if you take off the hood.
I can see it. He's too tall.
Do you know what? I hate to keep talking about that one Discworld book again, but there's a point when they're talking about like a 6 foot tall guy who is a dwarf, and they're like, he can't be a dwarf. He's 6 feet tall, and they talk about how he follows like this particular text, and he's read this. Even the oldest of the old dwarfs have zero problem with this. He's just really tall. And that's why this guy's dwarven name is Headbanger.
Yeah.
The same man is conspiring with himself. What is this? Is this man in his internal monologue?
Why are they all wearing balaclavas? Oh, he's doing the kiss of fire thing.
I love your father.
And the third man is also in the crowd watching himself conspire with himself. And they're all voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
He looks really confused in the foreground there. What?
And now we have to write up her sheet.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We may have to.
Oh,
Come on. Oh.
that was the camera angle though. That really was.
And all the guys like, well,
Now, am I playing as him
see
now?
ya. You're the maester. Now go and teach children. This is the letter A. It says,
I
desecrated nothing. I performed the final kiss.
Isn't...
Now I will burn you all.
You may be a red
I don't necessarily understand what's going on here. Wasn't he laid out specifically for us to do that?
no, he was laid out because it's like a wake for everyone to pay respects.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we just turned
Okay.
up.
No one knew we were coming.
Yeah, we just turn up out of the blue
Yeah,
and
it's easy
give the fire kiss to the dead dad.
It's easy to say, let's speak no more of the past when you are just totally in the wrong.
I'm sensing a pattern of introduce new character, obscure his face completely, to the point that I didn't know that was Morin when I gave him a helmet.
You just call him Morin?
Morin.
Morris.
Not long ago,
Morris.
I
Yeah.
received a
As
letter
in
Is that a
death.
Dragon Age character?
Who? Morin? No.
Yeah.
It's Mass Effect.
time to confront.
No, there's something.
What I regret
Dragon Age
most
1's
of the
begin with an
hour
N,
is
the
that I
main
feel
girl.
on the side
Yeah,
of the
thank you.
waters. It is you.
Like more's like death. Do you get it?
Oh, I get it. Also, Moore's like grey umber. But Moore's is crow food, and his brother Hother is Horsebane.
Reste di pace.
Why am I now coming up with so many more things to talk about in Lord of the Rings, the other fantasy game that we're playing, when it's thematically inappropriate?
I don't know, but
We need
why
to
don't
do-
you go ahead?
Okay, well, because we may be out of time for today,
She just.
dear viewer. Isn't he?
That woman just said it was shameful that I kissed him.
Yeah,
But
because
he's so handsome.
it's your dad. You breathed fire into his face.
Where's my dog? Does he not get a dog?
You don't
No,
have a
don't
dog.
have
You
a
got that DLC.
How is this DLC literally worse than nothing?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The D stands for
Let's look at
dog.
these god rays to close.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.